My dear parents, earlier I spoke to you about the sacred duty that you have to be witnesses of the faith to your children. Now I come to you with some practical suggestions and recommendations, and perhaps a few challenges. Allow me to begin by offering just a simple question. If a person came into your home right now, would they know it was a Catholic home? Because space makes a difference. See, we all say that Christ is the center of our lives and the center of our families. Well, you need to make that visibly apparent, because that makes a difference in the formation of your children and for those who come into your home. So I'm speaking of a crucifix, the images of Our Lady and the saints. Those are really important, and I'm going to ask you to take a critical look at the space you call home and ask yourself, is Christ literally visible here? If not, you have work to do. When we speak about witnessing, essentially what we're asking is that you give testimony to Christ. My grandmother used to say, you cannot give what you do not have. And so I'm going to ask you this question. I'll ask it of myself. How much time do you and I spend with Jesus each day? See, we call that prayer. And prayer is not just saying words. It's sitting in the presence of the Lord and allowing Him to caress our hearts, your hearts, wipe your tears away, speak to the loneliness of your heart, to the anxieties that sometimes afflict you, so He can lift you up and bless you, so that you can do that for your children. And as you and I develop our own personal adult life of prayer, then we will be equipped to help our children to understand that prayer is both saying the words that they will memorize, but also to have this presence before the Lord. And at times they will be uncomfortable, but you can invite them into yours. And they will grow comfortable, and they will be blessed. Allow me another question. What are the rituals that you have in your own home that very much associate with faith? I remember growing up, Mom would have special foods and we'd have special prayers, and the house would be decorated in different ways simply because it was Lent or Advent or Easter or Christmas. So I ask you, do you have rituals that you recall from your youth associated with faith? And are you intentionally passing them on to your children? And if you say, well, Bishop, we really didn't have any, well, then this is the time to give thought of what they could be. One small example, I have a dear friend who every morning before his children leave, he signs the sign of the cross on their forehead without words. I can guarantee you that is the most powerful catechetical moment for those children than anything else they may learn. So what are the rituals that you together as spouses can begin to have in your own family? Allow me another suggestion. Telling the stories of faith. I remember growing up, I used to love to hear the stories of the saints because they fascinated me. All of these different people can come to Christ. But you have your own stories, do you not? And have you intentionally shared them with your children? And the stories of faith and the stories of your family, your traditions, all the rest that gives them identity. And Christ uses all of that to help His presence be felt to them. And allow me one last challenge, and perhaps the most important. Do you make the time, make it a priority to bring your children to Sunday Mass? For I could talk till I'm blue in the face, my friends. But the truth is, instead of talking about Jesus at Sunday Mass, He's there. He's present right there on the altar under the form of simple bread and wine. He comes as food to feed your soul, and when they're old enough, their souls. Please, my friends, you need to bring your children to Sunday Mass, because Christ will be there in His power and grace to not only strengthen you, but to continue to mold them to become men and women who will be great witnesses, those who will be joyful leaders of the church and of the world. And so let me end by simply saying once again, my gratitude for you taking this vocation to heart so seriously. We are here to encourage you, to pray for you, and to help you to fulfill this sacred duty for not only the sake of your children, as beautiful and wonderful as they are, but for the sake of the church, and for the sake of the whole world.